to gain a deeper understanding of their views on South Africa's National Register for Sex Offenders. Drawing on both the lived experience and frontline expertise, they shared their perspectives on the register's role in protecting vulnerable people, promoting accountability for offenders, and also the challenges that remain in preventing sexual violence. Let's listen.
The publication of South Africa's National Register for Sex Offenders has reignited debate over how best to protect children and vulnerable people while safeguarding the constitutional rights of offenders who have served their sentences. Supporters argue that greater public access to the register promotes transparency, helps employers and families make informed decisions, and strengthens efforts to prevent repeat offences. Critics, however, warn that making the register widely accessible could undermine rehabilitation, expose offenders to vigilantism and social exclusion, and potentially conflict with constitutional protections around privacy and dignity. As the debate intensifies, questions remain over whether expanding access to the register strikes the right balance between public safety and individual rights. Speaking to VOC News, Clinical Director at the Teddy Bear Clinic for Abused Children, Shaheda Omar, says the trauma of sexual assault leaves survivors with profound and often lifelong emotional and psychological scars, affecting their sense of safety, trust, and overall well-being. This is why she advocates for the National Register for Sex Offenders, describing it as an important safeguard.
One of the most heartbreaking realities is witnessing the lifelong impact of sexual violence on children, while at times seeing perpetrators receive sentences that victims, families, and communities perceive as inadequate. Although sentencing is determined by the courts after considering the circumstances of each case and the law, the emotional impact on survivors can be profound when justice appears not to reflect the gravity of the harm caused. The trauma of child sexual abuse extends far beyond the courtroom. Survivors often endure years of psychological distress, disrupted education, difficulties in forming trusting relationships, and long-term mental and physical health consequences. The sentence imposed may eventually come to an end, but for many victims, the sentence they carry is lifelong. This is why, or precisely why, South Africa's National Register for Sex Offenders is such an important safeguard. The register was established not simply as a record of convictions, but as a preventative mechanism designed to protect children and persons with mental disabilities from individuals who have been found guilty of sexual offences. Its purpose is to reduce opportunities for convicted offenders to occupy positions of trust or authority where they may have direct access to vulnerable individuals. When effectively implemented, the register has the potential to identify repeat offenders and prevent individuals with relevant convictions from working or volunteering in schools, early childhood development centers, children's homes, sports organizations, faith-based institutions, and other environments where children should be safe. It provides employers and organizations with an additional layer of protection when making recruitment decisions involving contact with children. However, legislation alone does not protect children. Its effectiveness depends on rigorous implementation, routine screening, interdepartmental cooperation, and accountability. Every organization that provides services to children should regard checking the National Register for Sex Offenders as a standard safeguarding practice rather than an administrative formality. Recruitment processes must include comprehensive vetting alongside criminal record checks, reference verification, and ongoing safeguard oversight.